music. He's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, love.
Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. And I know y'all like, what? Power, what? Well, as I told y'all before, with people who follow me on here on a regular basis, I am going to be recapping season 4 episodes. Quick little 15-20 minute recaps of season 4 episode by episode leading up to season 5 of Power. Why? Because I can barely remember what happened last season, for one. And two, you know, some people may have not been watching Power before. They might want to know what happened last season. They could just start watching season 5. Either way it go, that's what this is here for. So yeah, anyone who watched my Power reviews before, they were long as hell because I had just started reviewing back then. These will not be so long. So yeah, it is what it is. Tonight's lipstick is Urban Decay. The color is called Hex, and that's what it is. So, you know, episode 1 of season 4. The funny part about it is when I started watching it, I was like, I completely forgot any of this shit happened because one, it's been about a year since it was on, and two, I hadn't watched episode 1 in over a year. I was like, okay, you forget little stuff that happened in the beginning that can still have some kind of key component to season 5 that we start. Season 5 starts on July 1st. I will still be doing my reviews at midnight, so my reviews will be up early on Sunday. So yeah. Anyway, so you know, the episode starts off with Ghost still being arrested. Angela has arrested him for Knox's murder, and you know what I'm saying, she really think he did it. So we see he is being detained. He's taking his watch off, his wallet off. He's being basically not detained, he's being processed at the jail. And at the same time, Tasha is calling his phone. Why is Tasha calling his phone? Because dumbass it's not nice, dumbass Tariq is missing because Kanan has some kidnapped or whatever. So she's trying to call Ghost because they had sent her a text saying they wanted some money, but he can't answer the phone. And so when Angela walk up by him, he like, you know what I'm saying, it's Tasha calling, something can be wrong, we can send squad car to your house. And he look, I think at this point Ghost realized, I fucked up and I want to punch her in the throat. Now, he shouldn't hit women, but in his face, he looked like he probably wanted to just pop her in the throat because, again, she's being a bitch. At this point in time, Ghost, I would say Patrick, Ghost can't even believe that she actually arrested him. Not only that, that she actually believes that he would kill someone. And you know what I'm saying, we also see Sandoval, who was the real damn killer. You know, Sandoval is who really did kill Knox, as we saw in previous episodes or whatever. He's about to get rid of the gun that he used to kill Knox, but he gets a phone call that, hey, they just arrested St. Patrick. You know, Angela arrested him for the murder of James Knox. And he like, what? He confused because he know, well, damn, that's crazy because I did it. So what did she do to get him arrested when I know I did it? So he keeps the gun and he goes on about his business. Now, at the same time, we see Tommy, who was going to like a little warehouse or whatever. And remember, we thought that Mulan gave Tommy order to kill Keisha. And for all we knew, Keisha was dead. May she rest in peace. Allah was out of a job. But lo and behold, he did not kill Keisha. He hid her. So he had Keisha hidden until they were able to take Mulan out. So at this point in time, Mulan is dead. They've killed Mulan. And he like, okay, you can come out of hiding now. So, you know what I'm saying, go ahead back home. But Tasha calling him to tell him Tariq is missing because why she calling Tommy? Because Ghost ain't answering. So when Tasha's telling him, like, Tariq is missing, they ask for money, I'm kind of pissed off, what's going on? Tommy instantly go to Dre. Now, we all know by now, Dre, he's a punk ass motherfucker. We don't like Dre. Even though Timmy is very, very cute in real life, we don't like him at all. He is not the sexy Nigerian butterscotch anymore right now. He is that punk ass Dre who is just digging his nails deeper and deeper into Ghost's business. He's also still aligned with Kanan. He lied to Tommy. Hell, he lied to Tariq too. It's just a whole bunch of fuckery and bullshit going on. So, you know, he ran up on Dre at the club like, dude, motherfucker, I don't like you. You know what I'm saying? I know something going on. Why is Tariq missing? Where he at? Who was Slim? You know what I'm saying? He all up in his face and whatnot. And Dre like, look, dude, look, I don't know. And it ain't even about that, you know what I'm saying? But I can kind of figure out where he is if I need to. So let me go and I'm gonna go figure it out. All right, I'm coming with you. He's like, no, you need to go handle Ghost because Ghost just got arrested. He like, what? He like, yeah, the girlfriend came and arrested Ghost. So it's that whole thing. You know what I'm saying? We see Angela even getting home after all of this, and she's so shook up about what she's done now because one, Knox is dead. Two, she's arrested the Ghost, and she love him, but she think he's a murderer. And she also know, for the most part, this is all a little bit her fault. And so she's at home kind of just taking it all in and can't really process it all. So Ghost is in jail. Okay, he's in jail, and so orange jumpsuit and everything. You know, we know that Charlie Murphy is a CO who do not like Ghost simply because he think Ghost is a cop killer at this point in time. And most COs, well, correctional officers, most COs, you know, people don't like any prisoner who come in and they are accused of killing a cop of any sort. So at this point, he like, you know what I'm saying? Get off the phone, nigga. I'm like, Charlie, why you acting like that? And may Charlie rest in peace. So, you know what I'm saying? He don't like Ghost and he making another, I don't like you, bruh. Get the fuck off the phone. So, you know what I'm saying? He's on the phone with Proctor, his lawyer. Now, we know Proctor, ex-wife, or I don't know if it's his wife, his ex-wife, or baby mama, she got a drug problem. So, we're going to just say that right now. I'm not going to talk about it later because the whole scene with her, I don't really care about that. We know that she has drug issues. Anyway, he's calling Proctor. He's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm in jail. I'm locked up. I need you to get me out, bro. I ain't do it. I need you to get me out. He says, okay. And I also need you to call Tasha and tell Tasha. So when Proctor called Tasha, Tasha's shocked because she's like, I don't even know you, bro. Who are you? I'm your husband's attorney and he was arrested. I had to let you know. I need you to stay calm, you know, keep the kids calm or whatever. And she's like, that's the problem. Tariq is missing. He like, what you mean he missing? Like, I don't know. You know, someone called, they asked for money. It's kind of crazy. And he like, look, don't tell Ghost because he can't, you know, be freaking out in jail or whatever. Just let me handle it. Don't worry about it. At this point in time, Dre go to Kanan because he know who got Tariq. He ain't dumb. He go to Kanan like, hey, you need to send Tariq home or whatever. You know, Jukebox, we remember how crazy Jukebox was. Jukebox and old boy, the other guy who was a cop, I can't think of what his name is right now. But they all in the house like, bullshit, you know what I'm saying? We don't care about that. We keeping him here because he's a part of the plan. They like, you can't do that. You know, Ghost can't pay y'all because Ghost just got arrested. Where did he? And she's like, well, that ain't got nothing to do with us. And he like, think about it, dummy. Well, he didn't say dummy. He should have said dummy. He like, think about it. With Ghost arrested, he's in federal custody. If his son is missing, they're going to be all over it, and that's going to bring heat to y'all. So, you know what I'm saying? You got to think about it. And Kane like, right, you know what I'm saying? Jukebox, you can't afford to get mixed up in all this, especially with you being a cop. And she's a damn cop. So, they like, all right, so we have to let him go. So, Dre then says, look, I got something better. I'll pay y'all. I'll pay you 10 grand. Jukebox say, nope, we want 15 each. He like, that's almost 50. That's first of all, it's $45,000. He ain't got that kind of money at all. And then he like, look, I'm about to be distro, so you know what I'm saying, I can afford to do it or whatever. That's fine. But I need you to stay away from Tariq or whatever. He like, all right, man, whatever. They go break Tariq ass up because again, they gave him a whole bunch of lean, which made him pass out. And when they wake him up, he like, man, what happened? They're like, your childish kitty ass fell asleep. Oh, and you know what I'm saying? To be funny, Ray, that's the dude named Ray. Ray was the other cop. Ray was an idiot and he took a picture of you and made it seem as if you was kidnapped. So your mom's gonna be upset. He like, why would he do that? He like, cause he's stupid. You know what I'm saying? And when you get home, he like, nah, man, don't tell him all that stuff. Don't like this. Let his mom handle that. He like, he needs to know. He then said, oh yeah, and your daddy, he got arrested. They're like, for what? What did he do? He like, I don't know what he did. What they say he did that shit. Now look, when he said that shit was a meme for so long. Because whatever he did that shit. I mean, I was like, okay, that was funny when he said it. Anyway, Jukebox still like, I know we sending him home, but at the end of the day, we still got to get Ghost. Okay, Jukebox, if you say so. So, he do get home. You know, Drake takes him to the house. Tommy's there. His mom is there. Now, Tommy looking like something ain't right. You've been missing. You were supposed to kidnap, and this fool bring you back to the crib. Come on now, where was you at? Oh, I was hanging out with some friends in Brooklyn. We were drinking, and I fell asleep. They thought it would be funny to do, you know, send you a little picture or whatever, and you know what I'm saying, that's what happened. But I'm like, Tommy and Tasha should know he lying. I'm like, how can y'all be so streetwise and not say, bruh, you lying? Like, Tommy did doubt it. Tasha was a little bit just relieved that he was there, so I get that. But I'm like, y'all too smart to be that dumb and think that's what really happened. Boy, bye. So I felt like Tasha really should have went ballistic on him, because like, you drinking, what? This is, you just don't kind of get away with little stuff like that or whatnot. And my thing is, when they say, well, who was the kids? Man, I ain't gonna snitch on them. I don't want them to get in trouble because I was being a kid. That don't fly in no real household. No, tell me who them kids is. I'm going to see their parents. At least that's what my mama would have did. But yeah, they like whatever. So at that point, Tommy still know something ain't right. So he says, yeah, so you know what I'm saying, Raina said you was hanging out with somebody named Slim. Who was Slim? Tariq played it off like, oh, you know, I made that name up because Raina always in my business or whatever. You know, it's nobody. I don't care. Tommy know Dre lying. He did. And he did try to question him and say, you know what I'm saying, what was he really at? He like, look, he answered my call. Think about it. What would he have been if he hadn't took my call or whatever. I brought him back. It is what it is. Don't worry about it. You told me to watch out for him, but you should be watching out for him. It was a bunch of bullshit, basically. He was just basically talking on the side of his ass to get Tommy to not crush his larynx and just kill him. But I'm like, at this point in time, they should have killed Dre a long time ago. Dre needs to die. Okay. We see Proctor visiting Ghost in jail. This basically telling him, you know, look, in jail, you can't be Ghost. You have to be this upstanding business owner who hasn't been in any trouble. You can't be Ghost. You have to play the role of James St. Patrick. So no matter what someone does, you can't go to that animalistic monster mode. You gotta be like, oh my God, no. You know what I'm saying? You have to take it. Point blank period or whatever. He then talked to Tasha. He told Tasha, like, look, I'm gonna try to get him bail, but you're gonna need about $2 million, and it gotta be clean money. And she like, how much you doing with us? Like, enough to know I gotta tell you it has to be clean money. So she go to their bank or whatever, to their safety deposit box, and they like, well, you know, I'm sorry, Mr. St. Patrick, but your husband took all the money, like, it's gone. She like, this motherfucker. And the only thing left in the box is a note from him saying, I'm sorry, I'm gonna put it back. You took all the money and didn't tell me? She even go to try to take some money out of the trust fund for the kids, but she can't, because the amount of penalty it would be, they would not be able to afford that either. Because again, it's crazy. So that whole point is crazy. So she at home now talking to Keisha back, because again, Keisha was missing for a little bit of minutes. So she's like, you know, where have you been? I can't believe you've been gone. And she like, whatever, I need a moment to get my mind together. You fucked up my whole spot, and I had to kind of zen myself down to be able to deal with you. But how you doing, girl? She's like, oh, it's just so crazy. Dead arrested ghosts is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And most of the time, I feel like I'm living a nightmare. And as she said that, here come the search warrant with the FBI all up the house. And Angela was there too. First of all, there has to be some kind of rule that if you fucking the victim and the goddamn gone person who's on trial for it, you shouldn't be able to be involved in it at all. And not only that, I wish you would step foot in my house, because if you did, I would have been embarrassing you all up, down, and through your job. Co-workers, they would have known all of you. Fucking my husband, you had my kids in your house, and they found the gun, and the gun went off. All I would have gave all that out. But my thing is, how was Angela even still involved in anything? And she is connected to both, to Ghost and to Knox. It's just crazy or whatever. So it ain't no way you fuck my husband. You can come. You just can't come. You can't come to my house. You just can't. So Tasha calm. Keisha want to beat her ass, as any best friend would, but you know what I'm saying, they kind of stay calm. You know, they do go to Tasha's safe because they ask if she has any guns in the house, and she says we do, but we smart enough to keep that gun locked up without no bullets in them, unlike Angela, who had her gun out fully loaded with kids in the house. So We see that whole thing when she get the gun and they take the gun in. That comes in a couple episodes later. So it's a little thing, you know. Mulan is basically dead now, we all know. So his number 2 dude, Patar, is not working with Tommy. And they just trying to keep the drugs moving or whatever. So they would meet with with the whole little new crew or whatever. And Tommy just says, hey, I'm the new connect. It is what it is. Julio's the new dish show. It is what it is. Now, when he say Julio the new dish show, Dre looking like, what the fuck? Why not a new dish show? And I'm like, I don't know why he thought he would be, because again, he only been working there for a couple months. So he just looks sad, like he was a little lost puppy dog, because again, he promised Kanan and them to give them 50 grand a week, but he did that thinking, I'm dish show, so I can see the money before they see the money, and they won't miss it because I'm in charge of it. And now he like, that ain't the case. He got to figure out what else to do. So, you know, Tasha does go see James in prison. Let him know your sad bitch served the search warrant. You know what I'm saying? We don't have any money for bail. You know, Raina came in the house and was upset when she seen the house being raided. And he like, oh, no, I'm so sorry. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make this up to y'all when I get out. And she like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no way for you to make up this, because what you did, you cheated, you broke up the family. You can't make up this. You can't. It's nothing you can do to fix this. Period. About the whole bail money thing, she's like, you know what I'm saying, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And he like, Dean, go to Dean and, you know, get the money back from Dean. Ask Dean for my money back. You know what I'm saying? It was a service he did not do. Get the money from Dean. He keeps saying Dean. She's like, Dean, what? Dean? And he like Tasha, go to Dean and get the money back. And I'm like, girl, you don't get it? Tasha can't be that smart sometimes. So again, Dean was Mulan, but he was acting as if he was security. So they did pay him for security, but then they also fired him and also killed him. So technically, on paper, Dean would be giving them back money for the security that he did not do. So Ghost was really smart on that. Basically, you know, Sandoval is still around, Sax is still around. You know, they both talk about how they want to keep Angela off the case because she just is too in tune with Knox fucking him and also fucking Ghost. So they like, we need to keep her far away from the case. And when she walk, I'm kind of hear them talking about it. You know what I'm saying? She like, look, if it wasn't for me, he wouldn't be arrested. At the end of the day, this is my case. Even if I'm not first or second chair, just know that this case is mine. And they like, girl, you was fucking the victim and the killer. Hush your mouth. And it's true. The case is yours because you created the case. Okay, you did. At that point in time, we meet John Mock. Now look, we loved the character, the actor who plays John Mock. You know what I'm saying? He played in Fast and the Furious. He played Han. He died in I think it was maybe the movie in maybe 7. I think he died in Fast and Furious 7. Maybe it might have been 6. No, maybe it was 7. We loved him in Fast and Furious, but I don't like him on here. I don't like John Mock at all. I hated his ass on here, but he's the new lead on the case. He's gonna be first chair. I think he's gonna have Sandoval the second chair. And he says they called me in because, you know what I'm saying, that's just what they wanted to have. But he also makes it known that, Angela, you would not be on this case officially because, you know what I'm saying, it's too much of a conflict of interest. And he kind of knocked her back down the sides because she kind of had this, I'm the shit because it's my case and I figured this and this and out. And he kind of put her back down like, girl, calm down, have a seat, ain't about you, just be quiet. So we do see how Tommy gets the money from Patar, from Mulan, to give to give them the money for the bail or whatever. So he basically just explained to Patar, we need Ghost out of jail, period. So, you know, you need to give us the money because it just looks better if he isn't locked up, point blank, period. So he do get the money back, which he gives to Tasha to get him out. He gets bail. However, Dre is the one who gave Tommy the check. And, you know what I'm saying, he asked Tommy, like, why didn't I get picked as this show? Tommy said, bruh, you know, Julio been with us for years. You know what I'm saying? He's the person who he's supposed to be. You only been here for a few months. Now, it's clear as day that Julio and Dre never got along. They have not. And I think him getting this show just made it even worse. And it's just kind of crazy. So we do see they have a bail hearing for Ghost. And, at the bail hearing, it was crazy because the judge went from saying, he's not a flight risk. He can get electronic monitoring because Proctor, like him, saying he's an upstanding citizen. He's been here for all these years. He's a businessman. He has a wife and all his kids. And he's accused of something he did not do. The evidence is circumstantial. It's like one little fingerprint. It's little stuff. It's nothing really concrete. The prosecution, he had no regard for killing a federal agent or whatever. He was able to get in and kill him and subdue him, or just paint him as this cold-blooded murderer. I mean, Ghost is a cold-blooded murderer. However, he didn't do this. And it was funny to see John Mock explaining why Ghost should be held with Sandoval sitting there and he the one who did it. And it was weird because the judge went from saying he's not a flight risk, how we can put him on electronic monitoring, to then saying, well, you know what, you know what I'm saying, we should make an example, so you know what, we're gonna hold him no bail. I said, bitch, what happened? What happened between the 2 seconds ago when he wasn't a flight risk? So it kind of came from Mox saying, we have to make an example so that people can't think you can do these kind of things like nothing happens. I'm like, he was arrested. He should get bail. Because again, as his lawyer said, they held him without bail. He was reprimanded without bail as if he was a third-time felon and they were just waiting for him to do some other shit. And I'm like, that's not fair at all. And so with them taking him back to the cell, he walks past Alan and says, I know you don't think I did this. And she's like, you're right. I know you did. And I'm like, but he didn't. So you don't know shit. With the ending is what we see. We see basically Dre going and taking Slim with Kanan money, paying him to not deal with Tariq. He like, look, I'm paying you this money, just stay away from Tariq. You know what I'm saying? I can do this as long as I can and let that be that. He's like, all right, man, whatever, okay. So when he walk off, what does Kanan do? He go ahead and he texts Tariq, and what does Tariq do? He texts back, Tariq is stupid. Okay, we know that. We're gonna talk about that later on this season. The ending, we do see Tasha getting home, and this is after the FBI then ransacked her apartment, their penthouse, and she walks in and just stuff everywhere, and she just takes her little fancy shoes off and she just starts having to straighten up because again, her house is a mess. It's like a whole full-fledged nightmare. We see how Ghost is in prison, and Charlie Murphy like, is you resisting? I need you to stand down. He like, I'm not resisting. They didn't take his handcuffs off, lead him down a different hallway, and proceed to beat Ghost up. And that's how this particular episode ended up. I had forgot mostly all of that. I had forgot that Dre was paying Kanan. I had forgot that Charlie Murphy was so mean to him in the beginning, and even how Tasha and Keisha was kind of mad at each other until their common enemy, Angela Ass, walked in. So that's my little quick recap of episode 1 of season 4. I'll be doing episode 2 and 3 and 4 probably Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I think is how I'm gonna do it. But you know what I'm saying, I hope y'all gotta check that out. Other than that, I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. Peace.